Now, one of my favorite things about my Galaxy Z Fold 7 is how thin this phone actually is, but at the same time, there are a lot of situations where I do want a case. And I want a case that can actually give the phone real protection. Now, thankfully, we have a good option here from Spigen. This is the Tough Armor Pro, and this case really leaves us with no compromises. Of course, it does cover pretty much the entirety of the device, so if you are a big fan of the color of the actual phone itself, there aren't really too many areas where you can actually see that. But in exchange for that, pretty much all parts of the phone are actually protected here. So we are getting bezels all around the top. So if you do want to put the phone face flat, you don't have to worry about the screen getting scratched or anything like that. And I know especially this generation, we're getting a very large outer display here, so you're probably gonna be using this quite a bit. We're also getting very easy access to the volume buttons and then also the power button here with the fingerprint sensor. So there's no issues at all using the fingerprint sensor, despite this case being on the phone. And then on the back of the device, we're getting good protection here as well. So the camera bump is covered completely. So if you do want to put the phone on its back here, you don't have to worry about the camera bump ever making any contact with anything. And then the flash is also protected too. Now, whether you like it or not, the hinge on this device is covered. So unlike this Nano Pop case from my Z Flip 7, where you can see that you can actually see the hinge, that is not the case here. But if you do want that extra protection, I suppose that's where this case really does come in handy. And then when it comes to opening and closing the device, of course, this is a foldable, so you are gonna be opening it up quite a bit. And that's no problem at all. This functionality is very smooth here, no issues there. Because the phone does have to fold completely shut, you don't really get much bezel protection here when the phone is open, but at the same time, Spigen did as much as they could. So this is a nice, high quality case. It feels decently lightweight. And if you're someone who does like to charge with Magsafe, that is no problem here. So it'll attach very perfectly just like that. The magnet is not going anywhere. This is super strong, so you'll have no issues at all if you're using your phone for navigation, for example. You don't have to worry about it falling off of the magnet. And then when you do want to take it off, it is still easy to remove in that situation. So again, this Tough Armor Pro case from Spigen really does give you maximum protection.